Welcome, everybody. Anthony here with the Bulbaritos, bringing you a brand new live stream. And today it is Championship Sunday, where all the realms in Osiris League Season 8 in Rise of Kingdoms will be crowned. We already have one champion, I believe, and then the rest should be getting crowned today. Game 3 all comes down to this. Hope you're as excited as I am. 489 taking on 60 GT. So let's kind of hop into the game. We got a couple of minutes to kill, and then the matches should resume here in about 5 minutes. So welcome, everybody. Thank you all again for hopping in the stream. Make sure y'all do me a favor. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. We are a variety content creator creating content for mobile games such as Rise of Kingdoms, all the way to first-person shooters such as Call of Duty and Fortnite. So enjoy. Let's buckle up. Hopefully y'all are, ready for some action. This should be an absolute barn burner today. So let me fire up some music real quick, and I'll flip the screen. Give me 1 second. All right, let me fire some music up. There we go. All right. So we got some, I noticed last week from what I was looking at and what I saw, I know that week 1, we know what happened, right? We casted that one. We had some stuff, Father's Day, all that kind of stuff come up. So we didn't do anything last weekend, which is why we missed it. But I was able to catch parts of the match. And there were some noticeable things that happened. Definitely in mid for sure, right? As expected, if you've been on this channel, you already know we called it. It usually happens. GT usually is very, I don't want to say slow off the rip, but in splits of 3, they're very good because they adapt. And what I mean by adapt is I just mean they copy the strats, right? They got dominated game 1 with the mid combos. And I immediately knew that week 2, it would probably flip-flop because they would mimic the combos that 489 did. And they did, for the most part. Right, I think their skill usage was better. If I remember correctly, they used Heaven's Grace. They kind of mirrored. They didn't just mirror the marches. They mirrored also the skill usage that they saw in game 1. And so that kind of gave them a leg up. So it'll be interesting to see what happens this week. And what 489 decides to do with their skills. I think that's probably going to be the biggest difference this week, is if they're going to stay tried and true, or they're going to adapt, knowing that GT is probably going to run the exact same strat that they ran last week, just because of how clean it was. So we're going to see. I think we're going to see some cool dynamics to this match for sure. Potentially some, we'll see desperation pools. I think we're gonna see a lot of different variations today. Maybe a break off strat, but we'll kind of see. I don't think either one of these teams is that desperate, to be honest with you. What's going on, Evil Clown? How's it going? Good to see you, buddy. But we'll kind of see. It's one of those matches. Real, what's going on, dude? It was so random, but I was watching Call of Duty yesterday, and I was in Scum's watch party, and I was chatting, and then somebody in the chat was like, wait, Bulbaritos from Rock? And it was just way out of the blue. It was like, Bulbaritos from Rock? And I was like, hell yeah, brother. He's like, bro, I quit like a year ago, but I always loved your content. And I was like, hey, well, we're gonna start doing more COD content, so hopefully we'll see some of y'all. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I'm always down. I love chatting with y'all. I wonder if the new update affect the final between. I don't think so, Evil. To be honest with you, the updates. So with teams like this, hold on. Let me make sure I get in the spectate. That way we're not out and we forget about it. Because I know sometimes when I chat, I forget. Bro, let me in. Hold on. Schedule. No count. Oh, because I'm in the wrong one. Hello. There we go. I don't know if it'll let me pull from here though. Spectate. Okay, there it is. Usually with teams like this, the updates don't tend to affect them tremendously. I think the only reason that it would affect teams of this caliber is usually if it's like a new commander gets introduced, right? Because a lot of the teams don't necessarily test as hard as some of the other ones. So like 93 tests really intense, right? 49 tests really intense. So GT doesn't test and they don't really practice. So they tend to adapt to whatever the other team does. So that's why like the best of 3 really helps them, because all the testing that everybody else has done, they basically just copy pasta and they know that they have good equipment and good strategy already. So it's just letting everyone else do the work. So I don't think it's that. I think it just has to do more with the better strat won game 1. You copy it, you have the advantage naturally with the Visa buff, and that's usually what's going to happen. That's why best of 3 is sometimes hard, especially on a pay to win platform, because if you have a really good team, which 60 GT is a phenomenal team, right? One of the best. If you game for it and you strategize and you win, they're just going to copy pasta that strat. And it's hard. It's hard to beat that. You know what I mean? So basically, when you develop a strategy, you need to develop a strategy to counter your strategy, right? At some point. Because ultimately that's what they're going to do. They're going to copy pasta your strategy, and then you need to know how to break it. So you're kind of doing double the work on that front. All right, let's click in. I don't think there's any newbies that we need to highlight, but we'll still do it just in case. All good, Boba. Enjoy. Chill on your stream. Hey, I appreciate it, bud. I had the idea, same armaments to all, but not sure if active at this final. It's one of those. So what I was told, and it kind of makes sense because I wouldn't have known that, because of how inactive I am, like because I'm not actively playing, so I don't know how the KVK wins and all that stuff is going out. So equipment wise, I think they're pretty close. What I was told is because of them not getting the Atara, or I'm gonna pronounce that wrong, the Atarak, the rewards for winning KVK, that 49 doesn't have as many KVK wins as 960 does. So they don't get as many chests with the additional coins and all that kind of stuff. The benefits of winning KVK is 60 GT does. Like 49, because they've had so many tough ones that they've won one out of the last however many, and that's what I was told. So that kind of makes a little bit of a difference, you know what I mean? So is it going to be like night and day comparison? No, but you're going to have a little bit of a leg up, right? Because you really can't purchase those rewards, but there'll be a little bit of a difference. They're not exactly the same. There's pho. Prince, good to see you, buddy. How have you been, my friend? Yeah, we're gonna be doing some Call of Duty stuff. I have some ideas, kind of the irons in the fire, that I'm deciding if I'm gonna do. I'm talking with the wife about it. It's just more stuff. It's more stuff. But this one would be solely dedicated to Call of Duty. Possibly other esports, but we'll see. I don't want to overextend off the rip. If there's something that I've learned, it's just you got to come out with like a solid foundation instead of overextending. And I don't really want to overextend, but I've always loved Call of Duty. I've always bought in it. I've always played it. I've always, grinded it. And so I'm considering trying something new. And I'll let y'all know if it does come to fruition. It won't be anytime soon. Most likely it will be at minimum probably in a couple months. It's gonna be a lot of work. So but it allows me to be creative and do something that I'm passionate about. So we'll see. Yep, we saw GT doing it. Yeah, and it's gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen. Let's zoom all the way out. Energetic should come out from both sides. And that's what a smart strategist does, right? If you know you're getting clapped behind the woodshed, go rewatch. Now you have VODs, right? Go rewatch the VODs, see what they did, what combos. You can break it down by March combos. You can do so many different things, and really see what they did. One of the older, maybe not this season, but last season, one of the biggest differences that a lot of people don't understand, and maybe they do now. Some creators highlight it, some don't. For the Korean teams like Blackjack, all those kinds of teams, one of the big shifts is in their equipment, right? What they switch, the traditional one that everybody's always used to is the drum and the horn, right? Or not the drum, sorry, the ring and the horn for KVK. Most Korean teams don't run horn and ring in Osiris League. They run ring and drum. And that's one of the major differences that they change in their equipment loadouts for Osiris League. Pete, what's going on? I saw your CD videos. Which CD videos? CD. Call of Duty? Yeah. Hey, I appreciate it. Yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot more prints. I'll give you all kind of an idea. Well, I won't give you all the name. I'll give you all the concept of what I want to do. So if y'all watch Call of Duty or CS or any of those kinds of places, they do like stats for esports. So like they track the stats for like matches and, you know, stages and then majors and all that kind of stuff. I'm considering launching something that's like that. I don't want to say that it's going to be CS and all these, like, as much as I would love to. I'm a one-man band, so it's kind of hard. But Call of Duty is definitely something I sit there, I watch religiously, I enjoy it, I love it. And I've always wanted to do like some watch parties and stuff like that. So it may be something that we look into, but it's going to be a solely dedicated to Call of Duty. And I won't give you all the name. I love the name. I love the concept. I can see it in my head. I just need to figure out logistics, how it's going to function as a website, how am I collecting data, like all those things, what money I'm going to have to do, you know, how am I going to make money, those kinds of deals. But yeah, we'll talk more about that as we get to it. If you're interested in it, like I said, either jump on the Discord or hop on here. I most likely will share it on this channel. And then we'll kind of go from there. But it's going to be its own little baby. It's not going to be affiliated with streams. But it will probably have its own content, its own thing, but it will be solely Call of Duty content. I saw you go Dragon Lancer on that one guy behind the corner. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. If they make Dragon Lancer legendary, we may make a return for 1 KVK. You know what I'm saying? All right, here we go. We're off to it. 80 seconds before the altars and shrines open up. Make sure y'all put in the chat who y'all think is going to take this match. Is it 489? Is it 60 GT? Put your cast your votes. Cast your votes. Put it in the chat. I want to see them. I want to see them. No shame in your game. All right, looks like I think blue is GT, right? Let me make sure I'm right. GT is blue. You can see the changes though. Look, they're attacking the garrisons now. This is super smart. Very, very smart. There you go. And you'll see them probably pull back or they're going to just push forward. The garrison's already knocked, so they have nothing to defend here. Let's see if they target garrisons over here. The garrison, I suspect, is probably going to be delayed. Yeah, there's Hera. 30 seconds. GT goalie, welcome to the chat, my friend. I think 489 is going to take first arc, and then we'll go extra heavy mid that first arc. Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting because if you're 489, right, you know that GT is kind of copy pasta your mid. So I wouldn't be, you want to have confidence, but I don't know if they're as confident as they were in game one. So what does that mean? Okay, well, that may mean you hold the arc, right? This is one of the very few teams that I would say knows how to hold an arc. GT pushing forward. Blue, I'm surprised that they actually pulled back. I'm surprised they actually pulled back. Though all those marchers should have just gone forward. They would have had it. All right, let's zoom out, see how structures are looking right now. We got red, 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 blue, blue. So an even split right now. This one may be contested, but let's see how it's gonna pan out. Hard call. Not sure this one's gonna be tight. My gut, less than 1K difference. Yeah, I think it'll be one of those last arc kind of caps for sure. We both know that for the most part, neither one of these teams provisions. I think you'll probably see like a 1K, 1.5K maybe, but that's pretty much it. Like it's going to be predominantly occupation and mid game. Those are going to be the two big things that are going to come out of this match. And here we go. As you can see, set up their garrison. It's not about getting their first occupation. It's just about delaying it. So that's why they're leaving. They're coming to kill their marches off because we got about 6 minutes before it gives them. I think this is a little too early, but it is what it is. I don't think they were going to hold on to this for 2.5 minutes. That would be super late. So I think they just made the call just to kill it off. But I think they'll be like a minute before they probably should have gone towards mid, which is okay. At the end of the day, just like that, flip-flopped it back. It's right now, even if they don't get it, just delaying the caps may give them a little bit of help on that front. Obelisks both looking good. Both are captured, ported in. A majority are going to start rushing towards mid now, and then towards the second rotation, you'll see this will get cut down to like four leftover people, and then they'll be okay. And this guy's coming to yellow some out. I think he's coming to block. Yeah, just leave him be. I think the guys that are going to get hit are the ones that are back here. This is a good block technique. I've always seen this. So what they'll do sometimes, and I've only seen this a couple of times, they'll run past, and the guys that were supposed to be outposting will just come back here and just wrap around and start hitting people coming out of the gate just to yellow them out. It's not about killing the marches, it's just yellowing them out, and that's it. And as you see, they're all starting to rotate mid. Got a little bit on the Shrine of War right here. She's just absolutely filthy. I don't, you know, it's one of those with archers, like I always tell you, with archers, if you can get it where you're not getting swarmed in arc, bro, chef's kisses. But you got to time that really, really, really well, because if you don't, this thing's going to get squished super hard. Just with the sheer amount of tech and armaments and or not tech, but armaments and everything for these kinds of teams, you're going to get squished like a bug, brother. Benjamin, we use a strategy with stocking up against 49 to try and win first arc. I'd love to see them try it out, not gonna lie. What's stocking up, Benjamin? Remind me again. GT had Shrine life first. Love to see Dragon Lancer has Garrison. That's too good. 89 got 1 million head. Okay, I gotcha. All right, so there we are. That's what we're looking at right now, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think this altar's ticked over yet. So that one will probably pick them up a little bit once we get there. But look at the occupations, pretty low. That's just because most of them are neutral right now. It's very interesting to see this, though, how far out both teams are. Like, neither one is close, right? This gives me kind of a kind of idea that one of these two teams, I don't think is going to mid. I'm getting the vibe from it that one of these two teams isn't going mid. Okay, we see 60 GT moving up. It's very suspicious, you know what I mean? Fancy finals 4-layer. How's it going, buddy? Good to see you, my friend. Stocking up for every 3 provisions your team gathers and delivers, your team gains. Okay, I gotcha, Benjamin. That would be pretty good. I don't think a lot of people really messed with skills too much this season, so I think we'll probably see that sooner than later. Essentially, you can get an extra skill in the middle if you time it correctly. See, the problem is neither one of these teams provisions. So a team that would help is like a 1 EE8, or a team that does really hard provisions. That would help. Right, neither one of these teams provisions, so I doubt that they're gonna pull it. I think 489 does like 800 provisions. Ah, see? Benjamin, see? We think alike. Sneaky tactics, 489. Or did it get popped? You got popped here. Let's see. Where are they at? Okay, so I think these are the ones that are sneaky. My guess is they're probably going to poke from the back. Or they're going to wait. This is very early, though. Why would you do it at a minute? I would have done it at like 30 seconds, 40 seconds. It's a little early for my taste. But I love the idea of doing a different strat. I don't know where they went, though. My thought is they either went to the shrine. BK dust up. Yeah, because we can't see them, can we? I don't think we can until they pop up. Either that. I don't think they would have done it over here. The timing has to be right. So if it's going to happen, it's going to happen pretty much right now. Okay, Heaven's Grace. Heaven's Grace from both sides. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Keep an eye on the obelisk. I don't think they're going to the obelisk, but I also don't know where the marches went. I assume they just repopped. CCGT grabbing. Okay, I'm starting to see. Let me zoom out so you can see who's dying. If you ain't dying, you're trying. And 49 somehow gets the snag of the first pool. Let's see. They look pretty even going out. I'm not sure. I do see a lot of red, though. I do see a lot of red. There's a lot of blue leaving now. Oh, my God. Am I the 49 lucky charm, boys? Am I the 489 lucky charm? I wasn't here last week. Uh-oh. A lot of red. Uh-oh. A lot of blue. Am I the lucky charm, chat? I wasn't here last week and 49 lost. Ooh, that's a lot of GT leaving. Ooh. Oh, there's so many. Bye-bye. Oh, no. Oh, no. Let's go. Let's go. Ooh. It's been 7 hours. Oh, man. And just like that, 489. Bro, did they put me on shitty graphics? Hell no. Hell. Oh, bro, they blocked it. What kind of UI? What kind of trash UI is this, brother? Oh, my God. Why would... What? What is this junk? Bro, it's literally blocked by the stupid-ass arrows. It's been 7 hours. Oh, dude. If I made a GT video with that, bro, people would be rioting. The last time I made a meme video with GT, they complained to the devs. It was so good. You don't understand, Boba. It's pro UI and Lilith never makes mistakes. Dude, I'm so excited. I'm gonna, once 1307 gets into the new KVK mode where the remastered graphics happen, I'll bring it to you, or I may screenshot it, or I don't know, maybe we'll do a shitty live stream or just to show it. I'm not gonna play in it 100%, like zero investment. But who knows? Maybe we gotta show y'all the remastered graphics. You know what I mean? Ugh. Oh, Jesus Christ! All right, let's zoom out. Let's look at what the points per minute. So they did take. Okay, there you go. Did they? Oh, they insta cap. Wait, hold on. They insta kept that shit? No, they didn't. Okay. Excuse me. So points per minute aren't that different. 400 in favor of 60 GT. Let's look at where it's at. Occupation score. It's pretty much just at the slight occupation score. Teleports, all that occupation, kills. We already got heals coming from GT. GG's, brother. I remember the days where you couldn't even they couldn't lose enough troops to fucking heal. You know what I mean? Yeah, the pro UI here. Ooh. Ooh. Did they fix the map? That we got that 420p right there. Oof. Jesus Christ. Arc runner. Let him go, brother. Let him go. Let him be. Let him be. All right, so that's what our map's looking like. Let's get to the fights. Let's get to the fights. Getting absolutely beanstalked over here behind the woodshed. Trust, fam. Either one of two things is about to happen, and you hear it here first, right? I love the Rock community, right? The one of two things is about to happen. The new Age of Empires mobile is coming out in early August, and either one of two things is about to happen. Either one, Rock better pray to the high that they get their shitty graphics update out before that game comes out, because after it comes out, if it comes out after that game, bro, that update remastered graphics is gonna look like absolute dog shit. Gonna look like absolute dog shit. You better hope it gets out before that game comes out, because it's literally a competitor for Rock, and they have big dev support on it. So, and the graphics look. So I'm gonna be interested. I may even stream it, try it out, do all that kind of stuff. So if y'all actually want to do it and hop in, let me know, and maybe we'll link up. Got this thick garrison, brother. They ain't going nowhere. I think GT doesn't mind stalling. Well, GT isn't the one that has the arc. It's 489 that has arc. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what they do. Because week one, like I could see if last week they got one arc or whatever it is, but when you stomp somebody and then they come back the next week and stomp you, it makes you kind of have to reassess kind of what your strategy is. And I think that's what 489 is doing. I don't think they want 4 arcs in this game. I think they want 3. Oh, they prolonged the oh, I get what you're saying. I don't think GT minds that, though, to be perfectly honest with you. I think GT kind of is okay with that, because what's going to happen is if you are going to make it so that it's only 2 arcs, GT is going to come full throttle for the second one, and whoever wins that second one is going to win the match. So it's not necessarily a bad thing on GT side, because they are good at mid, right? So it's one of those, like, I don't think it necessarily is that big of a hurt. The idea that there's this many marches around the arc runner, though, is kind of baffling. They're going to lose a lot of structures because of that, but they are very aggressive. So look at 489 pushing forward. I do like this. Who is messaging me? Jesus Christ on a motorbike. Yeah, they're confident enough, and that's the thing. Like, if you didn't believe that you could win 1 arc, you wouldn't do something like that. Right, they're very experienced in that notion, where if you didn't believe you could win one arc to win it all. Let me see. Evil Clown. Sorry, I missed this message. Lilith is good, making 14 million in average a month. I don't think that's enough, brother, to be honest with you. The thing that people got to understand, right, is that's not 14 million profit. That's something that's the math that people aren't mathing, right? Yeah, they're making 14 million, but if you have 5 million in payroll each month, and you got to pay facilities for the big ass campus that they have, you got to pay, well, I think taxes in China, it's something different, but in US, if they get taxed, which, remember, Lilith has more than one office. So it's not just the China office, right? They have an LA office, they have different offices globally. Right, so it isn't 14 million sounds great until you realize that you have to fund what, 3 or 4 locations, all the bills, all the payroll, all like everything, all the engines and the servers and like maintenance and, you know, all that kind of stuff. It sounds great until then, right? So 14 million isn't profit. And that's the part that people got to understand. On top of contracts, on top of paying out marketing stuff, you know, because the amount of ads that they have going out would blow y'all's mind, right? The last time I had access, I think there was like 1,000 ad videos varying in all different languages, creators, like it was a lot. It was a lot. And they're paying for all those too, because they don't make anything for themselves. That's kind of a behind the scenes stuff that y'all don't really see, but I know that we have a lot of business savvy people in our community, and so most of them understand that. Now, if it was 14 million in profit, okay, that's pretty good, but it's not. Closing the gap, they're still paying off somewhat. Their structure game is there, right? The first arc, like we always tell y'all, right? The first arc isn't going to make or break the match. It just allows you to dictate kind of the pace of everything. I suspect that GT is going to just ramp it up, and having these altars constantly flip, right, is only helping them, right? Neutral for 2 minutes, like that's a ton of score that's not being scored. You know what I mean? But at the same token, we also got to remember this is kind of not what I'm used to for 49. They're very on their back foot right now. They're like super on their back foot right now, where I'm not used to seeing so much red behind this middle line. I'm used to seeing somewhat of a push on each side. So there's a lot of this going on, which doesn't really help them. Boba, keep spitting facts. Not sure about Age of Empires, but it looks good. Not gonna lie. Yeah. Hey, Age of Empires is one of those, we all know it's about when you go to market, right? If you're not used to thinking about stuff like that, it's all about when you go to market. One another case example, X Defiant, right? X Defiant just came out a month ago, right? Most people don't understand that X Defiant originally was supposed to launch the week after Call of Duty launched last year. That was the original launch date. It was supposed to be the week after the new Call of Duty, or the current Call of Duty, was launched. And everybody and their mother was like, bro, that is the dumbest move ever. You're launching after a $1 billion company, launching one of the largest global games, and you want to start a brand new game and launch it the week after that game. And it's basically like the same concept. Like you're gonna, you know, so they pushed it back, they tuned it up, and then they launched it a month ago. And the reception has been really good because they hit it when the lull usually happens with Call of Duty. And so it's all about timing, right? The new remastered graphics, it's all about timing. If they launch it a week before Age of Empires, they are going to get a far better and bigger reception than they are if they launch it a week or two after Age of Empires Mobile, because a lot of their player base, if they go to Age of Empires and they get hooked by it, they aren't coming back for the new graphics update. I'm sorry to say, they are not. They will consider selling accounts and moving over to a better dev'd game. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But that's a marketing dev ploy that should have been already planned. You know what I mean? Should have been planned. Clash of Clans, the real legend though. I love Clash of Clans. The problem that I had with Clash is I didn't build a community with Clash, right? So like I'm making content and I don't have like the community support, I guess you would say, around it. I always enjoyed it. I just don't have the viewership. I don't have the community for Clash. Well, so here's the thing, Evil Clown. I think based on what I'm hearing, the new graphics update's coming out after Age of Empires. You want to know something else? They already have their creator program that's already accepting applications, and the game hasn't even launched. Who would have thought? Who would have thought of launching a game with a creator program? Who would have thunk it, bro? This is some top tier 2027 type thoughts coming through, right? Who would have thought of launching a creator program prior to the game launching? What? Oh man, this is some, you know, what? Unfortunately, no mobile game ever have the community Rock has. Rock doesn't really have the community that much, brother. I know that people, like, I love the Rock community, and I don't want y'all to take this in a wrong way, but every time a creator makes a video, if the game is dying, bro, they absolutely talking out of their cheeks. Absolutely talking out of their cheeks. I'll spit the facts. You want the facts? Here are the facts. Are there a lot of players coming into Rock? Yes. But they are leaving just as fast as they are coming in. The duration of player base is not what it was, right? When players first started playing Rock, we were playing for 2 years, right? We were playing for 2 years. The longevity of the player base was there. Right now, I would say that the player base leaves after about 4 to 6 months. So you're going from 2+ years of longevity to 6 months. And I will tell you this, in 6 months, you get what, 2 KVKs? Well, actually, no, you don't even get your first KVK, right? I think it's like 7 months before your first one. The player base. So yes, are there a lot of players coming in? Yes, but they are leaving twice as fast, 5 times as fast as they did before. So it's nowhere near there. Are they making money? Sure, they're making money. Are they making anywhere near where they're making? No, not even close. Rock hasn't been in the top 50 mobile games and going on 3 years. I want to see the creators talk about that. They can't, because that would break their creator program TOS. That's why you see all the fluffer videos of, is the game dying? And they don't say anything. They say a lot of stuff, but they say nothing. Well, we keep it real here, fam. We keep it real here, fam. There's a lot of players, yes, but they turn around and quit just as fast. Rock hasn't been a top 50 grossing mobile game in almost 3 years. The web analytics also speak to it if you compare it to other variations, right? And it is what it is. People are going to point out the App Store stuff. You can purchase, you can literally pay to get sponsored and push your listings up. Their monetization plan hasn't changed. Their updates are worse quality, but more frequent, right? There's the same reason why the Tempest Clash is getting re-released after being shelved for 2 years. And I guarantee there's probably nothing new that's coming to it. Literally, the remastered graphics are something that should have been done 3 years ago that are just now coming out. Like, it's one of those, if you see the writing on the wall, you see it. Is the game gonna die? No. But is it growing? Hell no. But instead of it being like this, right? It is like this. It's a constant decline. Just Love 60 using stocking. That's interesting because they're not even provisioning, so it would have to be something different. The interesting part is they cap the arc and they're equal right now. So GT did a very good job on that. Let's look at the points real quick. Provisions. Yeah, I don't suspect. That's why it's kind of surprising, but it might just be for the skill, purely for the skill. Once again, we're doing the really far out, like we talked about before as well. There's minimal people, most supported forward. We're doing the far out one again. Far out, brother. And for everyone saying Lilith revamped graphics, bro, they ain't revamped. They just ripped off their other game. That's all they did. They saw, hey, this game has better graphics on a different engine. Let's copy pasta. It's no surprise that there's a reason why it looks like Rise of Dragons. And yes, I know it's not Rise of Dragons, but it is. This is going to be Rise of Dragons after the update. I play Clash Royale and Clans 2 more time than Rock. Yeah, I got you. I've been playing a lot of Fortnite and Call of Duty more. Clash is way too casual. The 3 revamp graphics are going to make KVKs even more enjoyable instead of the 360p everyone. So here's my only thing that I would say about that, 4 layers. When they launched the PC, let's call it what it is, an emulator. When they launched the PC emulator for Rock, and they said, oh, you can do it at 1440p, and you kept switching your graphic thing, and they never updated any of the internal graphics, most people didn't understand that. I don't think you're getting what you're getting. Like, everyone's excited, oh, increased FPS. Bros, that testing that they were showing was with 30v30. Legit 30v30. It legit was an arc match. I want you to show me their 40 Kingdom KVKs with increased graphics, and then show me what the FPS is without dot mode. Because the fact that the only real way of playing this game is in dot mode is kind of insane. All right, to the death getting popped. GT, I suspect. Yeah, Heaven's Grace. Dude, the double Heaven's Grace. Let's go. Let's see the total vision. Usually this would be where 489. I don't know if they're going to have the skills for it, though. Heaven's Grace, to the death. Dust up. Okay, so they went with dust up. And, oh, they did end total vision. Oh, shit. That's not good. Let's look at the sad phases. Ooh, here goes. Oh, bro, this is so even. I think there's slightly more red going out, but usually with Heaven's Grace, it's towards the tail end that you start seeing it just bust out through the back. So let's see. I think you're going to start seeing like a monster amount from GT going real quick. But, oh, dude, 49 is losing pretty quick, too. I don't know, fam. I don't know. Hold on, let me catch up on y'all's things. I mean, numbers, Rock competing with OC games and views and actual player number slowly losing to the wrong decisions. Mohammed, I agree with that. I think you can also see it based on views too, that there is a lot of drop from viewership and interest in the game. Oh, bro, GT coming out with the swiftness, bro. Ooh, they cleaned them out. This is a little worrisome if you're 489, bros. Little worrisome. Because them holding the arc, unless if GT decides to cap it, then there will be another one. So the ball is in their court now. I don't know. That's a 3,500 arc right there. I don't know if they're going to be able to pull that for occupation. That's a tough one, especially against a team like GT. That's going to be a tough one. I think this might be an all-out. Or they're just going to go for structures, pure structures, and call it a day. I'm going to keep it like this for a second because I want to see where the marches go. Rock community translates more into YouTube and Discords, thanks to many players taking it serious and politics existing. Not many mobile games share that with Rock. True, but I would say once the big devs come in, your Discords and your YouTube are going to be for naught, right? All it takes is games like Blizzard, like companies like Blizzard making mobile games, and large companies like that to make mobile games, and you get shit on in the market. Like, it just, the market share is going to go from Rock being like this and a domination of this market to being this because of market share and big money usage. Bro, why are we GTU's Heaven's Grace. Okay, so they aren't going for the arc, so we're going for structures. And that's the ultimate thing. Once your market share shrinks like that, you're going to lose money, a ton of it. Because most mobile players, I will tell you this, most mobile players are not going to split their money between multiple games of the similar style. They will choose one or the other, which is the reason why when Rock develops games like Call of Dragons and all the other shitty clone games of Rock, they always take a dump. Because the player, what their intention was to do what Supercell does, which is we are going to create a plethora of games that fall under the same umbrella. Then we can have our community go between all the games, right? And then it becomes an ecosystem. The problem is they made the same fucking game in 15 different skins, so it legitimately is the same game. So you're not developing the ecosystem, you're just carnivoring your own audience. And so that's why Supercell excels, because their games aren't the same. Right? They may have the same visual, same character, same whatever, but it's a different style of game. It's an AFK game. It's a Clash game. It's a whatever, you know, that's the difference. So that develops an ecosystem. You don't feel like you're playing the same game over and over and over again. We just need to look at the Imperium kingdoms there and the low seed kingdoms. Yeah, Evil Clown. That's 100%. People say the game is growing. Just look at Imperium status. That's another, you know, thing. Look at where it was a year ago to where it is now. Bro, there are one alliance, like a majority of the bottom end, probably I would say like 80% of them are all 2 alliance kingdoms. Bro, they wouldn't even be an A seed to a year ago. And now they dump into, and it's not because they're high power either. It's like 2 alliances that are at 10 billion. So the player base isn't there. So I get what people are saying, but all the stats point to, is it growing? No. Is it dying? Yes, but it is dying at a slow death. A very slow death. And that's the reason, because the community is so good, right? We're holding on. I would be, the only reason I'm doing this is for the community. And by this, I just mean casting, right? I stopped playing over a year ago. But because of the tools and everything, I had so many people reach out wanting me to cast, so I cast. So I do it for y'all. I don't do it for the game. PC, PS5, and Xbox games should have more similar communities to Rock. Bro, they just... I just don't know if there's a need for it, to be honest with you. I think those games attach to creators, not to games. I know that like games like Fortnite, like they have a Discord, right? And it is populated and they give the tools, but they are giving tools, not trying to build a community, right? They're giving you chat options and ways to link up with people playing the game, but they're not there trying to actively grow the community. They understand that a community will organically grow around a common interest. Right, they don't need to be at the center of that, and like the people associated don't need to be in the center of it. The game itself will pull the community together. Right now, if you take Chiskel out of the community, the Rock community basically falls to shit. Right, it's the same reason that YouTube channels that have almost 300,000 subscribers are barely pulling 1,000. You know what I mean? It's just tough. It's just tough. But decisions are decisions. All right, let me see. So the arc looks like they're going to hold it. I don't think they're going to cap. If I suspect, if they hold it the full time, be about 8 minutes. Yeah, they won't have time for another one. The only reason you would cap this is if you know you're losing. See, this is what you need. 49, look, this is exactly what you need. Just pure occupation time. See, they should have been doing this from the start. That's the problem. And the way that you alleviate this kind of pressure is by capping the arc, because it forces them to have to re-rotate towards middle. So we'll see. I think if this continues like this, I think you'll see GT capture it, because they may need another arc. Let's see. I just quit. Not worth it to restart to me. Game wasn't changing, and Lilith never cared to listen to players' suggestions. Many needed features haven't been implemented either. Yeah, I agree. I totally understand that. Decision from a year ago, yeah. And that was kind of, I know that when we talked about it, and I broke down the reasons why I decided to stop being an active player in Rock. I still wanted to cast and do stuff. I vocalized all that too, right? And this is coming from a creator standpoint. And I said basically the exact same things plus a bunch of other stuff. You know, and none of that's honestly changed. The one thing that did change is they finally did an update to Osiris League. And guess what? This would have been a much needed change 2-3 years ago, and it would have kept the game, you know, vibrant. Right now it feels like too little too late. Like it's a great update, and I love the fog, and it gives a competitive nature to the game, but now your audience is so shrunk. It's like, it feels like one of those backhanded compliments. The idea that I gave them, and I sent them this idea more than 3 years ago, and it got implemented 2 seasons ago, is wild. You didn't read my sarcasm. Meta's increased lag. Oh, I got you. My bad, 4 layers. There's always big lag. I think the new update won't fix lag. I think what people got to understand is any major update that Lilith's ever done has broken the game. So it's broken the game. I also find it very interesting that they are going to release it on one KVK map but not the other. So what that tells me is they're going to piecemeal this graphics update for the next like 3 years and then say it's a update of the game. That's how far behind they are. They're so far behind, they're not going to update their entire game. They're going to update one KVK map by one, by one, by one, and then this is going to turn into like a 5-year plan. I'm close to quitting too. Only a few friends make me keep running Rock. Yeah, it's hard. I quit over a year ago. I'd rather give that money to employees and get better results for clients and businesses that give it. Yeah, I got you. I agree too. Yeah, luckily for me, my entire group -1 quit the same time playing a KVK. It was the nail in the coffin for us. We were building a low to mid spending kingdom all this time and no shot again. Yeah, it's tough, man. High spenders just wasn't worth our time anymore. And I partially slid into king role and I didn't feel comfortable. Yeah, that's a tough one, man. After us quitting, rip. Yeah. Wrong placement, bro, talking about you. Mohammed, so true. So right, COD is a Rock skin. And if you already spent in Rock, you won't spend in COD. And if you started in COD, you won't go for Rock. Exactly, Mohammed. And the thing is Call of Dragons isn't even the first one, right? They had the, I don't even remember the other ones. There was one that completely failed. It was like a fantasy version. That had like fairies and shit that I don't even think got off the ground. The other one was it Warpath or War whatever? That one was like a 1940s style with airplanes and shit like that. And there was, I think, 1 or 2 others, and they all took a shit because guess what? You have players that jump in, try it, spend money, and then they're like, you know what? It doesn't have what Rock is. It's just a reskin of it. So then they come back to Rock. If you made a Rock AFK game, then you're cooking with some grease. And I've told them this before, but they don't. They keep reskinning the same game over and over and over again. You're the best Osiris League caster. You can't quit. I would love, I'll say this. If y'all come, I don't mind casting Osiris League. I will always leave a little special place in my heart for y'all. I love casting Osiris League. I really, really do. I don't care. It was never, I know a lot of people are like, oh, you only did it because you're official. Guys, it was never about being official. I did more content before I was an official creator for Osiris League than I ever did when I was sponsored. I'm gonna hit my 700th cast of Osiris League at the end of this season. Just let that sink in. 700 casts. I'm not talking about content pieces. I'm not talking about, you know, oh, bet video, nothing. Just pure casting matches. I'll hit 700 matches. So I know when people talk, oh, you never played, you know, guys, I made that decision a long time ago. And it wasn't because I couldn't play. It was because I either had to choose between playing or creating content to build my channel. And I chose my channel over some shitty rewards. Because what a lot of people don't understand is a lot of teams do not, back in the day when we didn't have VODs, we didn't have all that, you had to choose. You could not, they didn't want you casting their matches because then it was like a direct giving away the strategy, right? And so I made that choice of my channel over playing. And I have no regrets about it. I love y'all. I appreciate all y'all and the support. And it was something that I tried pioneering back when nobody was casting anything. Now everybody and their mother hops out of bed, attempts to cast just to make some content pieces, which is great, you know? But I was doing it back when there was zero fucking reward for it. Shit, I was casting regular ARC matches. Not even Osiris, like regular ARC. Let's see. The boss, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you, my friend. LS, looks like GT is committed to the hold. Just use dust up. Yeah, I think they're definitely there. And the thing is they'll edge them out because we're not provisioning either over here. 489 never provisions. They rarely, if ever, provision. And it looks like they're committed to it. It's just the last arc hold. And this is the danger. That's why I was telling you, this is the danger with holding arcs, right? It's you live by the sword, you die by the sword, right? They could have had an extra arc if they wouldn't have held it for 15 minutes. But they rolled the dice, they gambled, and that's okay. I think 49's okay with that. Both of these teams will still be in the Grand Prix, just one of them won't be in the Grand Finals. It's the only difference, which is very unfortunate. But it is what it is. Next year, either 93 or GT won't be in Grand Prix, in Grand Finals either. Unless of course what happens, and I think will happen. We'll see. That would require Lilith to do an update, and that gives me zero pause for excitement. Let's see if they're gonna do it. I think they're gonna force them. They're gonna either come for it. Let's see if they do it. My thoughts are they're gonna try to teleport it out. The timing on this is really good though. 20 seconds before. Okay, he captured it. So they were a little late. It's all right. I would have made that push a little earlier. How many seconds is this off? 7, 15, 20. I don't think they have enough time for it to teleport either. How long is this off? When it hits 30, I want to see where it's at. Let me see. 30. Let's do this math. 20 seconds. I don't know how long it takes for the teleport to clear. I don't think they have enough time. I don't think they have enough time. Yeah, My Kingdom doing the new graphic. Yeah, I think 1307's in it too, Misty. So I may just show it off. But we'll see. I'm not really concerned about it. Like, I'm not really making rock content for the most part, but I know that there's a lot of rock players that want to see it, and that's fine. Very stupid decision, to be honest. COD takes away from rock, and rock takes away from COD. We're stuck running and paying for 2 games while you share a single community in between both games. Exactly. Channel is better invested. Channel is better investment than in a video game character. Yeah, it's in. I know. It was just one of those, like, when people talk about that I don't have, not the knowledge, the expertise to talk about Osiris League. I'm just like, bro, they don't fucking know what they're talking about. It's okay. It is what it is. I was playing and recording and uploading other teams' matches. Then once the season was over, I just uploaded the Rays matches. That's smart. Boba, I didn't know too much about OV besides being Osiris League champs. But do you know the history about them? I don't know. I don't want to say the history about them, to be honest, the boss. I know I have friends that would know, but because they were in it, but I don't personally know. But yeah, I have like what most people don't remember is most of the community when I first was building and it was growing and doing that. Most of the ARC runners, ARC planners, and ARC players were from most major Osiris League teams, which is from most of the big kingdoms at the time. And at the time, 52, I had quite a few. 411K, I had them. You know, there was so many that I had that were just from there. So could we? Probably we could find out. I know Gambit was with them for a little bit, but that was towards the tail end. I know I chatted with a bunch of them. I knew their ARC planner. ARC is the only mode I like playing in Rock. So Pete, that was one of the biggest things that I told Lilith a couple of years ago. Was that I never understood why there was such a large gap in between seasons of Osiris League. And they never listened. They always shit on it. And I told them, I was like, you're not up, for one, you're not updating shit, right? There's 0 updates. So it can't be, well, we're updating what you're not updating shit, right? The shop's still the same for 6 seasons. The mode just got updated, so it's the fog. Okay, I understand that. Right? But nothing else has changed about the mode. So I don't understand why you can't just launch it a month after. And so finally, they finally listened. Literally, all it took was everyone quitting. And that's why this season turned around so fast. Right? From the end of the previous season to this season, there was like a month and a half gap. And then they instantly launched the new one. I suspect that they'll finally start listening. And it will be about a month and a half gap after the grand finals. And then they will launch a new season. And then the timing, right? Hear it out. The timing is smart because once you launch it, we launch the new season, right? It runs out and then it lines up pretty close to the anniversary, which then you launch your Grand Prix. So then it continues on for another 2 months. And so then you have Osiris League going on nonstop. And that's just the engine. And that was the vision when I kept telling them. So hopefully y'all get blessed with that. And, you know, we'll see. We'll see. If there's stuff to cast, then I may continue casting. Just depends. Poor Arvix is he losing or winning again? I guess 60 GT, I guess he's losing again. Dun, 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 dun. It's going to be a hard pull for 3 minutes to make up 3K. They're not provisioning. They do have the points per minute. That's just going to be a tough one to hold against a team like 60 GT. It's tough. It's tough. Got to take into account there's like 30 seconds extra compared to the match time. I totally forgot about that, Benjamin. That always pisses me off. I never understand that. So dumb. If it's a recording, why is there 30 seconds? Why? This thing on. Night. How's it going? Yeah, it is odd. For how close this match is, it's somewhat boring to watch. 4 layers. I kind of agree with you. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm actually kind of surprised. I thought there would be a lot more. But I would also say this, 4 layers. How many times have you seen a 2 arc match with GT? And that's probably why it's so boring, because we're used to seeing 3, 4 arcs in a GT match. And so when you lessen it to 2, this is what you get. You get a lot of herky jerky on the outsides and then no real big murder ball action that you would get in the mid. So that makes sense. It's 15 seconds for the skill. Okay. Thank you, Nix. So then they do have enough time. They would just have to they would have to grab it as the skill's being popped and then go, and then they launch it in, and that would win them. But yeah, that's It's a possibility because 15 seconds, let's see it at 10. 10, yeah, it gives them 20 seconds. So they would have enough time. Well, no, they wouldn't, because it takes 10 seconds to pick up the arc and then 15 to launch. So they need 25. Oh, but then bro, math is hard. I forgot about the extra 15 seconds that y'all were talking about. So they pretty much would have to like instantly pull and then dump it in within seconds. Zero hezzies. But remember, that clock is not accurate. Yeah. Slouty and the legendary shampoo. Oh, Slouty. I miss. Those are when the personalities, like, I don't care what people say. Like, people used to talk so much trash about JWM. Like, I miss those kinds of days. I miss those days because people can talk all the shit they want, but at the end of the day, they were probably people still talk about them to this day. They still talk about them to this day. HKL, JWM, OV, like the glory days. Like, I kind of wish, to be perfectly honest with you, I wish, and I made this suggestion a long time ago, that they do like a retro KVK. And what I mean by retro is take it back to KVK 1, right? Lock the commanders, give us the nostalgia back. Give us the nostalgia back. Old YSGs, Richard Garrisons, like, it doesn't need to be 60 days, right? But just bringing back that, like, take a page from other people's playbooks. And I didn't even pay attention. And GT are your champions, brother. Mr. Go. Here, I'll finish that thought here in a minute. There you go. One arc. GG's. Congrats to 60 GT on winning another championship. Look at the occupation. It came down to the arcs. It's simple as that. Bro, the provisions. Oh! They saved the strat, bro. Those provisions. Ooh. You know, 1E8's out here licking their chops. They licking their chops, boys. I told y'all, did I not call it? Did I not call it? Y'all know, if y'all have been here, I told y'all with energetic, I thought that at some point somebody was going to use like an energetic with a provision combo to crank. I was actually honestly surprised. I thought 1E8 would pull it, where it was energetic provision combo and then utilizing now that I know what skill that one, and then utilizing a provision skill. Because I think if I'll say this, with GT, if they crank 3.3, can you imagine what 1E8 would have done? Can you imagine what they would have done? They would have been at like 8K. They would have been like the old school provisions. Oh, okay. So let me finish the thought. What was the thought? Oh, like a retro KVK. So bringing back KVK 1, locking marches, and just letting people have fun. Like, make it 2 weeks. I don't know. It doesn't need to be 80 days. Just 2 weeks. Load. Action pack. Load it up. Front load it. Lock in the marches. Let people run with fucking Joan again. Like, I remember those days. Joan and Scipio and fucking Ethels, and just let us have fun. I think it's become too much about let's do 5 billion pass rallies where we have to nonstop fill for 9 hours or 5 days. Bro, that to me is super boring. Like, the reports get broken, so you really can't really see the reports. They break. Does it make for cool content? It makes for cool content. Don't get me wrong. But I don't want to spend 5 days just waking up. But dude, bro, I'm bored. Let me see. I think OV mainly had the better commanders. OV had a great strat, Sin, to be honest with you. OV was very, very good with their strategy. Hong Kong Legends, JWM, OV build Osiris League interest. Yeah. Teams build interest. And that's the thing that I tell them in the devs as well. They don't invest in creators, but creators build games. Right? They help elevate your game because they are bringing their community to come play your game. They also in turn need a game, right? You need a game. But the idea is just look at the content. Everyone's bored, right? They're making the same fucking content. Everybody's making the same thing. Oh, new commander skill. You see 25 people launching the same exact video with zero differences, zero creativity. Too often, like the first and the second match between both teams, much more. I'm good, bro. Barely enjoying Rock nowadays. Night, I gotcha. I play more and more COD mobile now. Night, I never got into COD mobile because I'm just COD on console. But yeah, we're gonna be making more COD console stuff in the coming time, for sure. T1s be running, yeah. You pull and drop the skill right away. Lock it back to T3 wars. Hell yeah, Misty. Hey, y'all know y'all be vibing with that shit. Y'all know y'all be, I guarantee you, people would be super fucking excited just to be able to run out with marches and not feel like they're getting absolutely anal blasted. Just take it to the classic. Oh, the thought. Take a page from another game, right? Fortnite, right? Fortnite, right? The most recent season, if you don't know, got like absolutely blasted. People hate it, right? They hate it. And what do? They reinstall the OG map with a new game mode. And guess what? The hype went from in the shitter to all the way to the top of the mountain because the OG vibe brings back old player base. People want to play the old map with tilted towers and like, bro, they just want to. Different colors, different vibe, different, you know, everything. They just bring it back. I've been telling Rock to do that for, it's going on like 4 years. I'm like, bro, just bring back KVK 1. The same rule set, same commanders. You don't have to make it that long, but it will bring back the nostalgia and your player base may end up coming back just to play and feel that nostalgia again. And it's not a hard concept to understand. It's just understanding that you control the flow as the dev and they never control it ever. I never feel like they control. I think their idea of controlling the flow is releasing a new commander, which is never like, it isn't. After the 50th commander, nobody gives a shit. Saladin Bybor, yes. GT, congrats. Yeah, congrats to GT for sure. Inspired themselves from the best. So did we think we'd pull it? The silence was deafening in voice chat. KVK2 is practically nerfed. You need to deposit 20k gems now. I never got stuck. I never got stuck with Warzone Mobile, to be honest. It can cross paths with console, I think. I don't think so. It's just way too competitive for me. I just suck at it. Heading out. Hey, 4 Layers, I appreciate it, buddy. Have a good one. That's true. Me and my friends downloaded it, played the whole season, even though it had the medal and some new stuff, but it was a blast. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I want y'all to understand. Like, I don't talk bad about the Rock community. I love the Rock community, even though y'all give me some shit sometimes. I still appreciate y'all. It's about pushing the devs for bigger and better progress, and they just were never receptive to anything ever, right? Tempest Clash got absolutely, it did. People were creating content, doing stuff, and after a month and a half they nuked it and shelved it, and they are just now releasing it almost 2 years after it was actually launched, and I guarantee you there's probably no changes to it at all. And it's decisions like that that are the reason why I could never come back full-time for Rock. I just can't. I would have to like bore myself to death to come and make non-stop Rock content now. And it's not a jab at that. It's just the only real content that people consume nowadays is spectating KVKs. Who was one of the first to start doing that? You know, but now guess what? That's literally, I can look at the timeline inside the Rock Discord. spectating KVK, KVK spectating KVK. That's all people do, right? Because guess what? There's nothing to do in game. There's nothing. You can revamp and remaster the graphics in game on Home Kingdom all you want, but there's nothing to do in Home Kingdom. It's dog shit. There's nothing. There's just nothing. And that's the problem. The lack of sustainable updates that will keep players in game outside of KVK is non-existent. So do I love Rock? Do I think Rock is dying? Yes. It's just dying a slow, painful death at a very slow rate. And that's it. Do I think it can get revived? Yeah, I think it can. But do I think that they will take the necessary steps to revive it? Fuck no. Fuck no. Zero confidence in that. Zero confidence. If there's one thing they've demonstrated that they're desperate. Why do I say that? Just look at the Rise of Kingdoms content on the main channel. They aren't even making their own videos. The community is making the content for the main channel. Just let that sink in. The meme videos, all that, that's cool and all, but they're not making that shit. Let's be real. They ripped off the creators that were making those, and they were like, "Oh, we could do that too." There's no originality. That needs to get fixed. Building new commanders is not going to save this game. Being innovative and making something new has potential to save it. I just don't think that they have the tools to do that or the creativity to do it. Look at the remastered. It looks exactly like another game that they own, another IP they own. It's not original. It's a copycat. Let me see. I would like KVK 1 again, but I'll miss my pride of the con, Sacred Dominion. Yeah, but DeBoss, it's just about like the nostalgia, DeBoss. It's not like, let's go play KVK 1 for half a year. Like, it's like the nostalgia, like if you just came out of a really hard KVK and then you just go and play this as kind of your reset KVK and just go have some fun with your community. There's so many times where kingdoms are broken because they go from an extremely hard KVK and get their cheeks clapped to getting instantly dumped back into a very hard KVK and morale is already low and then people just want to quit. But if you go and you can have a little fun and just have fun and enjoy, that's the difference. Right now, back in the day, KVK was fun because we just chilled, right? We chilled, we were battling. There wasn't the 2 weeks, no sleep, you know, you got to buy all these resources from resource sellers and you got to like, it was just fun. We're running out, taking structures, and that's it. That's all it was playing the game. Right now it's like a job, and that's why nobody enjoys it. Because in order for you to actively play, you either need to spend an assload of money to get resources. You got to go and bang your head against the game for 14 hours chaining barbs, or you got to do some astronomical investment of time in order to just be able to barely play in a decently hard KVK. Like, bro, most people don't have 15 hours a day to go and bang and chain barbs. Like, they just don't. They just don't. And you don't give us the tools to just buy the resources outright, right? We have to go to resource sellers and fucking do all these like jigsaw puzzle shits in order to just be able to play and have fun. Let's see, Tempest Clash is the boat thingy. Yes, Mohammed, it's the boat thingy. Almost 1 a.m. Hey, night, get some rest, brother. Have some fun. I think we're gonna be doing, so before all y'all leave, I think we're gonna be trying to do some fun streams this week. I hope y'all come and hang out. I am deciding if I'm gonna play a scary game. The wife really wants me to play a scary game. It will most likely be on Friday because I'm gonna need drinks to get through that. But it's that game that if you scream, then it kills you and you reset the game. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? It basically plays off the audio. So your whole point is like they're gonna jump scare and do shit. And if you yell or like your audio level goes above a certain threshold, it kills you. And that's how you die. That's how you die. And I absolutely hate scary shit. So The wife wants to see it, and then she's thinking about us doing like a back and forth. So like when I die, she'll come and do it, and then I can make content out of it as well. And then there's another game that I need to go find the game for as well, but it's pretty fun. Or funny. It should be funny. Trash mode for me, by the way. Same thoughts. Yeah, my kingdom been, and I've been in 3 tough KVKs, but I'm glad we won. But it gets super tiring. Yeah. Yeah. And it's just one of those, the boss. Like, love the community, but the way that the devs think about stuff is never good. When they're like, oh, you know what? People are buying Crystal Tech. Let's increase the duration, like the amount of times that people are going to get KVK in a year. That's not going to do what they think it does, right? They're going to make money, but at the same rate, they're going to have a severe drop off because people just can't keep up, you know? And that's why those kingdoms that are coming from non-Season of Conquest into Season of Conquest get their cheeks clapped and all start quitting, because they've come from easy KVKs and now they're getting dumped against 60 GT who absolutely milk them. And then guess what? Now your whole kingdom is zeroed out. You get half your troops back, but guess what? Then you get tossed right back in with 60 GT. And so you're getting half of a half of a half of a half. And at some point you just don't recoup. And that is what it is, right? Instead of investing in building the community, they're building the dollar, the bottom line. And you're never going to rebuild off the back of a dollar. You're just not. They're going to make money, but it's at a cost. WID and WWife. Yeah, I appreciate it, Mohammed. Yeah, we'll see. I want to. I'm going to be doing more COD stuff. And like I told y'all, this is going to come at a point where the idea that I have for Call of Duty, not COD, not Call of Dragons, I will never play Call of drag shit. I will never play that. But for Call of Duty, we'll see. It'll be in the coming months. I will let y'all know on Discord, on this channel, if I'm planning on doing it, because I would like to. And we'll see. I still want to make content, create, and do all that kind of stuff. We're going to be doing some Fortnite streams. I want to do some Chivalry too, again with Bask and Rennie. It's always the funniest shit. If you've never seen it, go check on our channel. Some of the funniest shit you're ever going to see me play is that with the duo. And then we have our food channel that's growing. I'm excited. It's over 300 subs, which is slow, but it's okay because I'm not really building long form content on that. But I'm enjoying it. And yeah, it's gonna be wild. It's gonna be wild. Hopefully y'all stick around. There's a lot of things going on with us, from the food channel, Bulbaritos channel, hopefully for the new thing that I'm gonna be doing, which I'm not gonna leak. I want y'all to be excited about it. That will involve Call of Duty, and it will be solely Call of Duty. And then my wife's business and stuff, and she's been crushing it on her business. To all the things. So I'm excited for y'all. I hope y'all stick around. I know that this marks the end of Osiris League, but we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully the devs listen and they turn their ways, and then we can get a little bit more Osiris League stuff going, because I don't mind doing that. I love doing this with y'all. I appreciate everything when y'all come and do it, and come and hang out and chat with me. I know y'all miss me. I miss y'all too. I can't give my money to them anymore. I just can't. So yeah, let me see. It's more about speeds for healing. That's why I know gem node level 5 in Home Kingdom. Bro, y'all are still in level 6 Home Kingdom after 6 years of playing. Just let that sink in, bro. Because with gems, we have access to all we need almost. Devs listen. Yeah, exactly, Alex. Yeah, pretty funny. But we'll see. All the ideas I ever gave them was to help them make money. So it's not like it was anything else, but we'll see. Okay, fam. Well, I need to get lunch with the wife. It's already 11:30. Give me 1 second. I hope y'all enjoyed the stream and this season of Osiris League. You know, whether or not you play rock or not, I really do hope that y'all stay on the channel. We are going to be bringing y'all variety content. So if there are games that y'all would like us to play, I'm open to it. Call of Duty, Fortnite. We're going to try some funny games. We used to play Fall Guys and all those kinds of things. I think Age of Empires Mobile, we are going to try. So if you are interested in Age of Empires Mobile, let me know. I think that is coming out at the beginning of August. I'm not going to promise that I am going to stay there forever, but I do want to try it. I know the graphics, it's very, very similar to Rock, but the graphics look absolutely insane. And the community aspect is already looking like it's going to be really, really good. So if y'all are interested in it, let me know in Discord. I may end up putting like a little thing, like a notification, and y'all up arrow if y'all are going to play. And then I'll set something up so maybe we can all hop in together. But yeah, Age of Empires Mobile is coming out. The first Descendant comes out at the beginning of July in like 2 weeks. I'm gonna grind the shit out of that. If you don't know what it is, it's basically like a Destiny 2, just with the different, if it gives that Destiny 2 vibe to it. Destiny 2 is also something I'm looking at playing with Baskin Rennie, the new expansion that came out. I know it's not like day of launch or whatever, but I still want to play it. We always play it together. And yeah, so we'll see how that goes and how all of that works. So yeah, stick to the channel. Let me know if there's stuff. If you want to hop in the Discord, hop in the Discord. I'm not crazy active on Discord. I hate getting pinged nonstop. So I try not to ping y'all, but if y'all ever want to chat or just hang out or do anything like that, just let me know. And outside of that, fam, I hope y'all have a great rest of your day, great rest of your night. Congratulations to all the champions of season 8 of the Osiris Looking Rise of Kingdoms. Look forward to seeing y'all very soon, hopefully on the next season. But until then, Burrito Gang, see you on the next one. Bye.